perhaps they are following. But I said I'm not going to be able to honor the meeting, I'm sorry. But they got really sad. They got sad, and I said, what is wrong? If you've spent some money, maybe bookings, don't worry. Let me just have your bills, I will refund you in full. Later on, I would discover that when it was announced that I was coming to that nation, true story, people from neighboring nations started saying we're coming too. And when they saw the volume of people and the kinds of people, they sat together and said, look, we're not going to waste this opportunity. They now came up with a program where people will pay a particular amount, and then they will have a private session with me. They gave them an assurance that if they pay that money, they will give them. And the people said, if it's apostle, no problem. How much is it? Some people were going to pay for themselves and their whole families. And while I was here, my spirit, I'm teaching you how to walk in the will of God. If your prayer life is dead, you will fall into many traps cheaply. Not every open door is God's door, or not every open door is a door you should enter at that time. Sometimes it may be the door you will eventually enter. It was a difficult thing. Later on, in anger, they did not tell the people I was not coming again, because they didn't want to be disappointed. And so the meeting would start. Crowds of people came, and they brought somebody, with all due respect to the body of Christ, they carried one prophet from a nation and took somewhere. And one young boy, that boy made a caricature of the gospel. He did so many, and it was a land that is very conservative. That young boy did a lot of nonsense things, was trying to turn, I think I was hearing he was turning water, you know. I don't speak against, I believe in miracles, but I know what is not a miracle. Hallelujah. A lot of nonsense. And imagine respectable people who flew in. You can imagine a man of status with his children who flew in. People were fasting and praying to encounter God. Here comes a young boy, ill prepared for ministry, who just came and wasted their time. People were just kissing, and they got up and walked away. They said, no wonder apostle did not come. And I said, Lord, you see how you protect us, and sometimes we don't know that it is your love. Many restraints is the love and the mercy of God, so that certain battles will be fought. Are we together? When Koinonia started, after about 2-3 years or thereabout, I started having an inspiration. Should I come to Abuja to come and set up Koinonia? I was in this same city having a retreat, and I saw a plane. The plane was written ENI. The plane left Zaria, and it was coming to Abuja. The moment it was about to land Abuja, it crashed, and everybody within the plane died. I knew what God was saying, that don't you dare do anything that is outside of my timing. It was still in his plan that we'll be here, but timing is as important as the word. The word go and the word go now are not the same. The word go and the word go later are not the same. So just because God tells you you are going to go left, you need to ask him, now that I know where I'm going, when am I going? When am I going? Because if you miss one day, or if you exceed with one day, it can corrupt the entire process of the journey. Has God spoken to someone tonight? There are only 2 prayer points we are going to pray tonight within the time that we have. The first prayer is, oh God, where I am already at the edge of making a fatal disaster over my life, I obtain grace for a U-turn this night. Open your mouth and begin to pray. Please pray from the depth of your heart. Someone is praying. Talk to the Lord.